So, read text 2. Tashapi Bhagavanesha Sakshat Brahmanayo Hari Hamsam Shina Chatur Jadgat Putram Parita Shurai Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugnaeti Samgaya Tashapi Bhagavanesha Sakshat Brahma Mayo Hari Hamsam Sina Chatur Dagat Putratvam Paritita Shurai Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugnaita Samgaya Tashapi Bhagavanesha Sakshat Brahmam Mayo Hari Hamsam Shina Chatur Dhakat Putratvam Paritita Shurai Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugnaiti Samgaya Tashapi Bhagavanesha Sakshat Brahmanayo Hari Hamsam Shina Chatur Takat Prutavam Pratita Shurai Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugnaiti Samgaya Esha Sakshat Brahmayo Hari Hamsam Shina Chatur Tagat Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugnaiti Samgaya. Translation for 1 and 2. Sutageva Goswami said, the son of Maharaj Katabanga was Dirghabahu, and his son was celebrated as Maharaj Raghu. From Maharaj Raghu came Ajita, and from Ajita was born the great personality, Maharaja Dasharatha. Being prayed by the demigods, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth Himself, directly appeared with His expansions and expansions of His expansions. Their holy names were Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna. These celebrated incarnations also appeared in 4 forms as the sons of Maharaj Dasharatha. Purport. Ramchandra and his brothers Lakshmana, Bharat, and Shatrughna are all Vishnu Tattva, not Jiva Tattva. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expands into many, many forms. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam. Although they are one and the same, Vishnu Tattva has many forms and incarnations. As confirmed in Brahma Samhita 539, Ramadimutishu Kalamni Natishtan. The Lord is situated in many forms such as Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Satrughna. And these forms may exist in any part of his creation. All these forms are permanently, eternally, as individual personalities of Godhead, and they resemble many candles, all being powerful. Lord Ramachandra, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughat, who being Vishnu Tattva, are all equally powerful. They became the sons of Maharaj Dasharat in response to the prayers of the demigods. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is emphasizing on this fact how the Lord Ramchandra and his brothers Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughat, these are all Vishnu Tattva deities. They are not Jiva Tattva, because this is one of the faults, the major faults in the major faults in Shankaracharya's Bhashya on Vedanta Sutra. He's saying that these different quadruple expansions, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Shankar, they're Jiva Tattva. So here Prabhupada is emphasizing a little bit, because this was one of his favorite items of defeating Mayavad philosophy. So here he's saying, no, they're all Vishnu Tattva, and it's also been elaborately described by our different acharyas, how they are the same supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna is Ramchandra. Prabhupada said Ramchandra could play the flute. He could play the flute, but if he wanted to. He said, but he doesn't, because Krishna does it. Krishna plays the flute. Okay, so this is the appearance of Lord Ramachandra. So when the Lord appears, as the Krishna is that supreme personality of Godhead, the original personality. He is, the example is given here in this purport, quoting Brahma Samhita. If you have many candles and you light them, you have one candle, you light all the other candles, they're all equal in candle power. The power is all equal, heat and light, no difference. But there was an original candle that lighted all the others. So that's the position. Krishna, he is the supreme personality of God, but he expands in these different incarnations, etc. But they're all non-different from him, but they're just displaying different potencies and different aspects in the mood of service to Lord Ramchandra. So Krishna is that same person. He comes and he takes the form of Ramchandra to perform this pastime, and his devotees also expand themselves to assist him in his pastime. So Krishna is there. Suddenly he becomes Ram, and he's Kshatriya, and he's in the forest with deer skins. So Radharani, she has to be there. She's wherever Krishna is. So she adopts a form that's just suitable to serve Krishna as a Kshatriya. Is exactly fitted to how she can best serve Krishna in his mood as a Kshatriya. How can I fulfill his desires as a king? And same thing with Lakshman and Shatrughat. they also, how can I serve the Lord? What's the best way I can serve him? How I can, in this pastime of Lord Ramachandra? So let me serve him. So he adopts the form of Lakshman. That's Nityananda, yeah? Balaram Tatu. So from Balaram Tattva, so he expands to serve Lord Ramchandra in exactly the form that is fitting. Just like in the Nitya Leela of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, every day after he leaves his house, he goes with the devotees on Harinam Sankirtan, going down towards Gangadasi's toll, that side, going towards Jayadevi's place. And Krishna, Mahaprabhu and the devotees are going to Harinam Sankirtan. And then Mahaprabhu sees all the cows and the peacocks, white cows. So Mahaprabhu gets into the mood of Balaram, because this corresponds with the same time also when Krishna and Balaram go out with the cows. Mahaprabhu goes out with his devotees on Harinam Sankirtan. And so Mahaprabhu gets in the mood of a cowboy, seeing all the peacocks and everything, and hearing the meow, meow. And so he picks up a stick and he starts twirling it like the cowboys do when they're looking after the cows. And everyone says, "Oh, what's happening with Mahaprabhu? What's he? Oh, he's gone into his leela of Ghosh, or the cowboy, Rakawal. He's assuming this mood of a cowboy." So then automatically they assume forms to serve him, or moods to serve him. This is just a temporary one. And they all pick up sticks and they start pretending, blowing bugles and playing flutes and twirling the sticks. Nityananda's imitating buffalo horn, blowing a big buffalo horn. Let's go to Govardhan. Hey, hey, let's herd the cows and go up to Govardhan. So like that, that's the idea, that when Krishna gets in the mood, then his devotees, they want to serve him in that mood, so they're always ready. But these are the whole lifetime is his leela of Ramchandra. Mahaprabhu's one was he just went into that mood. But the idea is that devotees pick up on his mood and they want to serve him and please him anyway. Just like Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar, they could please Mahaprabhu with Madhurya Rasa by chanting the different poems and the Jayadev and etc. So that's the business of the devotees. They want to please Krishna, so they're always understanding the mood of the Lord, and they will go into that mood to do the service of the Lord. Prabhupada said Lord Balaram is the Supreme Personality of a server to Godhead. So Mahaprabhu also, or Ramchandra, came here to Mayapur. Ram Tirtha is there. That's what's the name of that place? Mamgachi, no, from... Oh, Ram, that Ayodhya, yeah. Ramchandra is there near Madhura. Ram is there also, and also in Ram Tirtha, the other side, behind Belpukura, where Lord Ram was there also. We can read from the Navadvip Mahatmya. This is chapter 14, the description of Srimad Dadrumadipa and Rama Leela. O glories to Gaur Hari, who has manifested himself as Panchatattva. O glories to Navadip Dham, the topmost abode. Arriving at Mamgachi village, Nityananda explained to Jiva, here in Madhurmadvipa is Ayodhya. In a previous kalpa, when Ram was banished to the forest, he came to this place with Lakshman and Janaki, and he built a hut under a huge banyan tree here, and he lived happily for some time. Seeing the effulgence of Navadvip, the son of Raghu began to slightly smile. How attractive was that form, green as new grass, with lotus eyes and a graceful bow in his hand, wearing the dress of a brahmachari, and his head piled with matted locks. He saw the minds of all the living entities. Seeing Ram smiling, Sita, the daughter of Janaka, asked him for the reason. Listen, Sita, here is one very secret story. When the glorious age of Kali events, I will display a yellow-complexioned form here in Nadia. I will take birth in the womb of Sachi in Jagannath Mishra's house, and I will give the fortunate souls who see my childhood pastimes the supreme gift of prema. At that time, I will enjoy my beloved educational pastimes and reveal the glories of the holy name. And then I will take sannyas and go to Puri. My own mother will weep with my wife in her arms. Hearing this, Sita said, O lotus-eyed one, why will you make your mother cry? Why will you give up your wife and take sannyas? What happiness is there in giving sorrow to your wife? Sri Ram replied, O dear one, you know everything, but you are acting ignorant just to teach the other living entities. Listen, Sita, my devotees relish prem bhakti in two ways. In union with me, they enjoy shambhoga, and in separation from me, they enjoy vipralambha. My eternal associates desire sambhoga, but I very mercifully give them vipralambha. The devotees know that distress due to separation from me is actually the topmost bliss. After separation, when union occurs, they feel happiness much greater than before, 1,000,000 times multiplied. That is the explanation of how there can be happiness in separation. You should accept this mood, which is described in the 4 Vedas. She who is known as Aditi in the Vedas is now Mother Kaushalya and will become the Mother Sachi in Gauranga's pastimes. And you, Sita, you will serve me as Vishnu Priya. In separation, you will worship my deity and spread my glories. Separated from you, I will worship a golden Sita deity in Ayodhya. But this topic is very confidential. Do not reveal this to the people now. In Navadvip, this Navadvip is my very dear place. Even Ayodhya is not equal to it. When Kali Yuga comes, this huge banyan tree, Rambhat, will disappear from vision and stay here in an unmanifested form. In this way, Ram passed his time here with Lakshmana and Sita. Later, he went to the Dandakaranya to complete his activities. See here the place where his hut stood. Jai Shri Ramchandra ki Jai. So in his pastime, he is showing us Vipralambha is the highest source of happiness and bliss. There's something from the Nabadi Bhavataranga also here. Dekhiya banera shobha brahmati parmite Sri Rama Kutra Chaksi Padi Achabite Durvadala Varana Rama Brahmachari Besh Lakshmana Janaki Shah Tara Ekadesh. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is making the prikram of Navadvip Dham, and all the pastimes of the Lord are being revealed to him. So now wandering and wandering around, observing the glory of the forest, I will suddenly behold the cottage of Sri Ram. Then I will see Ram himself, the color of fresh durba grass, dressed like a brahmachari, and sitting in one place along with Lakshman and Sita. He's described as being very beautiful. He must be. Durba grass is like, you know, but when it's fresh new grass, when grass is growing first, it's that very beautiful light green color. So this is Ramachandra, so beautiful. Dekhi Sri Ramachandra Rupa Manohara Achetana Padibo Shri Kanana Pitara Prema Gara Gara Deha Naspuri Vibani Duyan Ki Bhara Jivo Pibo Se Rupa Bani. Seeing Lord Ramachandra's beautiful form within that forest, I will swoon on the spot. My entire body overwhelmed with ecstatic love, I remain stunned and speechless as I fill my eyes that are heartily drinking the beauty of his form. Kripakori Ramanuja Ashiti Radiri Vanapoli Raki Pada Divi in Mama Shiri Bodhi Bina Vatsalatumi Kadoi Fola Vanabasha Bani Puli Atiya Kevola. Being merciful, Lakshmana, he will come forward slowly, set down some fruits, and place his feet on my head. He will say, "Dear child, please eat this fruit. Since we are living here in the forest, this is all we have to offer our guests." Boliti, boliti, lila, kabiyar darshana, kanditi, kanditi, follow, koriba, bhakshana, haraki dekibo, amitur, vadvala rupo, hidaya prabhibo, si achuta swarupo. Just as he says this, the pastime of this vision disappear. Weeping and weeping, I will eat the fruit. Oh, will I ever again see the figure of Ram, green and fresh as durba grass? In my heart I will meditate upon that inconceivable, beautiful form. Jai Shri Ramachandra Ki Jai. So, Navadvip Mahaprabhu says, at this place, Navadvip, Taraka, the name of Ram, which gives liberation, and Paraka, the name of Krishna, which gives prema, always serve the residents of the Dham. So here, we are trying to understand the mood of service to the Dham. We want to serve the Dham and the name and the devotees. But here it says that the names of Ram and Krishna, or Taraka and Paraka, they come searching for devotees. They want to serve the devotees. Ram gives liberation. So you chant the name of Ram, Paraka, Taraka. And then Paraka is Krishna, means Krishna. He gives prema. So first Krishna and Balaram, he gives liberation, and then Krishna comes and gives prema, Paraka, Taraka. So they are anxious to serve. Who is chanting the names of Krishna and Ram, Krishna and Balaram, Gaunitaya? Who is chanting? They will come and looking for them to give them prema. Prabhupada said there's 3 Ramas. Someone was asking, some people saying this is Ramchandra. When we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, is it Ramchandra or is it Balaram? And Prabhupada said, no, Jayadeva Goswami, he said we have 3. We have Ramchandra, we have Balaram, and we have Parashuram also. So 3. Jayadeva is singing of 3, so we accept it all. All 3s. Anyway, this is the merciful nature of the Lord. Give liberation and then give love of God. Sound vibration. I had an experience once. The sound vibration of Ram. And I was coming up from I was in Cuttack, I was going to go to Calcutta to meet the devotees. I just met the devotees in Puri, and they preached to me and everything. So then from there I went to Calcutta, and I was in Cuttack, and then I was on a train, and somebody said, I was talking to them, and they said, I told him I was on a spiritual trip. And he said, next stop is called Haridas. Next stop is called Haridaspur. I don't know if Haridas ever went there or not. I don't know how he got his name, but he may have done, because it's like it's en route to Jagannath Puri, that place. Anyway, so he said to me, there's a saint lives there. I was traveling around trying to meet sadhus, and he said, there's a saint. So I said, okay. So I jumped off the train, and I found the Baba. He was he looked like a Shiva Bhakti. He was all covered in ash, and he just had a kopin on, and anyway, I spoke to him. I spoke to his disciple. He was there, and then they said, you can stay the night here. So then it was going to be an arti. I didn't know what was happening, but the arti was going to go on, and so someone pushed me forward. You can go. And I was just going to go inside the deity room. And it was such the deity room was brand new. It was all made out of white tiles, and all these white tiles, they had Ram, 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 Ram written. Everything was all the Ram. And then I started the arti, and I was just about to walk in, and suddenly the Baba, he had a big frankincense smoke pot, and all bells were going, and the gongs were going, and the ringing, and the smoke was coming up. It was such a contrast, he looked like an ancient sage, and the plastic, not plastic, but tiles, white tiles everywhere, sparkling clean with the name of Ram, Ram, Ram. Anyway, they started their kirtan. In Hindus, generally they don't chant during the arati, they just bong, bong, bong. Anyway, they were doing this, and I was just standing there, and the old man was in front of me with his coping and ashes, and smoke was coming up, and bong, 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 ram, 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 ram. I was feeling ecstatic. I was really shivering and really ecstatic. I never felt like that before. Anyway, it was an experience. How Ram's name is very, very powerful. I wasn't even a devotee, but then next day I left and I come to see the old Baba, and I bowed down. It was sentimental, but I never bowed down before anyone. Anyway, I voluntarily bowed down. He said, do you like your stay here, or something like that? Were you happy? I said, yes. I said, I heard the name of God. I heard the name of Ram. And I started crying. And he said, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah. Anyway, Ram gives liberation and Gauranga gives prem. Therefore, we need the mercy first of Balaram or Nityananda. Then we get the mercy. As the heart becomes purified, then Krishna will come. So that's Balaram's situation. That's Nityananda's situation. He'll expand he expands as the Dharma, as the sitting place, the bed. So in the heart, he expands. He's going to sit in her. So he purifies the heart, and then Krishna comes and sits in that pure place. Vishwanath Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, his explanation, he said the Sita, she's a part of Lord Ram's Sarup, Shakti. So then why Ram should experience separation? He's the Supreme Personality, he's Atma Rama, so why he should experience separation? Then he says, by the power of prema, the one truth remains divided in two parts. One is the Lord, the second is the devotee. And then again by prema, the devotees divide into four: servants, friends, elders, and lovers. Then the jivas of this material world begin, when the jivas of this material world began practicing bhakti, and that bhakti becomes mature, prem places those jivas into the moods of the servants, or parents, or friends, and lovers. Then prem brings them to the eternal world. Then, by prem, different types of bhava become manifest. Then prem makes the Lord and the devotees experience their natures. Then prem makes the Lord and the devotees experience their nature as the shelter and the sheltered. By meeting and separation occurring by the will of prema, do the devotees experience extraordinary sweetness of prema. Rama's pastimes are enacted on this platform of prema. Lord Rama appeared to teach dharma by showing his nature of following dharma, and to teach prema by showing how he was controlled by prem. Otherwise, how would the Supreme Lord, the enjoyer, experienced suffering in separation. Followers of Dharma would never ignore, a follower of Dharma would never ignore his chaste wife, and he would tolerate suffering because of her. To teach Dharma, he showed suffering in himself. How could Ramchandra lament in separation from his wife? He is Atmarama, self-satisfied. These symptoms which have appeared, the appearance of suffering, arise from the taste of vipralamba, rasa, love in separation. This rasa is the highest bliss. So here he's saying even Lord Ramchandra is experiencing Madhurya rasa in the mood of Sambandha and Shambhoga, separation. Hare Krishna. What else is there? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Any question? Comment? Dear speaker, please repeat any questions. So the question is, the Kshatriya, he's supposed to look after his subjects, but we see Krishna, the gopis were criticizing indirectly Krishna, that Purnamashri, she told us that in a previous life you were Kshatriya and you cut off the nose of someone who wanted to marry you. You're a Kshatriya, you should have given her protection, and it's a woman, and when you were fighting with Bali from behind the tree, you shot and arrowed him, you didn't face him directly. This is completely against the Kshatriya codes. So why are you displaying this contradictory these are so-called contradictions? So Another question was similarly spoken by Shukadeva Goswami, to Shukadeva Goswami by Parikshit Maharaj. I can't understand how Krishna, he comes here, he's supposed to establish Dharma and kill the miscreants, and yet he behaves in such a way, and he's dancing with other men's wives in the middle of the night. This is an act of Rajagun. So why does Krishna do that? He's opening himself up for contradiction, and you can't blame them. So Shukadeva Goswami immediately said, this simply testifies to the Lord's potency. He can do anything and everything, even if it's going against the codes of Kshatriyas or social living or moral principles. Krishna creates all this, Krishna also breaks them. So the first thing Shukadeva Swami said then, this simply testifies to the power of Krishna. How he can make the laws, he can break the laws. And he is not subject to anyone else's command. What he does is perfectly legal and is lawful. So, did Ram cut the nose of Supanaka or who's Ram's brother? Huh? Who cut the nose? Lakshman. Yeah, it was actually Lakshman cut the nose off. But she was criticizing Ram indirectly. She didn't. Anyway, Lakshman didn't like the way she was speaking to Lord Ramchandra, so he thought he cut off her nose to teach her a lesson. Yes, otherwise, these are all inconceivable pastimes. But that's the idea. If God was not inconceivable, there wouldn't be much meaning to God. So Jiva Goswami said that when we're searching, we're doing research for Satsandarbhas and all of his commentaries, Jiva Goswami. He said, now we're going to start our lesson at the point of, we're trying to understand what is the inconceivable. We're starting our lessons by trying to understand the inconceivable. You can't understand the inconceivable, but we're starting our lessons on this point. That unless we accept that Krishna is inconceivable, then it'll be difficult to surrender to him. So the first lesson, that he is inconceivable, and then that makes him God. He can do things that we can't do. So this is proof and testimony that he is the Supreme Personality of God, is completely free, completely independent. He can do as he likes, whatever he likes, when he likes. He is not under anyone's subject or control. So this is the wonderful freedom, the nature of Krishna. That's very attractive. That we would like to do anything. Everybody would like to do like that. That I can do anything. King can do sometimes. King can do no wrong. The British, they had this statement. The king can do no wrong. He can violate the orders because he is the king. But other citizens, they cannot. So it's simply to help us. Krishna does these inconceivable things. They seem so outrageous, some of them. But this is all revealing the inconceivable nature of Krishna. Then you can start the research work. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. Would you please speak something of the glories of Sita Devi? Hare Krishna. Yeah, Sita Devi. She had to suffer this separation. We just read in Navadip Mahatmya that she expanded as Vishnu Priya, Mahaprabhu's wife, and the glories is she had to, although she voluntarily went to the forest with Ramchandra to serve her husband there, despite she was a queen, and she gave up all of her royalty and just dressed in a simple cloth and didn't comb her hair and just eating fruits and berries. But this is the what she sacrificed, and when she married Mahaprabhu as Lakshmi Priya, Vishnu Priya, the austerity she went through in her separation. It says when she was chanting, she would take one mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, and she would take a grain of rice and put it in another pot. Like this, she would chant so many rounds. When she's finished, she would take the grains of rice and she would boil that up, and that would be her food. You know how many grains of rice are in a handful? Prabhupada asked this question. How many grains of rice in a handful? She wasn't eating much. She must have just something in her palm. Anybody guess? How many? 1,000. No, 3,000. 3,000 grains of rice. So she wasn't eating much. But, she took on that austerity. So Vipralamba Seva, to experience, she was experiencing that separation from the Lord. It's the same when the Ras Leela, Krishna disappeared from the gopis in Rasa Leela. Then they were all feeling that separation. Isn't it?
Another question.
Yeah? I never heard that story. Where is it from? No, I never heard that story. Ram Ram. So there was a man always chanting the names of Ram, and Lord Chaitanya came to, he stayed there one night. Later on, Lord Chaitanya came back, and the man was chanting Krishna, 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 by the influence of Lord Chaitanya. So, there's some very famous quotes, and one is from Lord Ramachandra, that Ramchandra says, if anybody says this day, from this day on, my Lord Ramachandra, I am yours. I promise I will give him protection eternally, for that is my natural inclination. And a famous prayer to Lord Ramchandra from Hanumanji, he said that you may offer me liberation. That's the goal of the Gyanis. But if that liberation in any way interferes with my service to you, I do not want it. Bhakta Hanuman ki. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Haribol. Thank you. That was a Navadvip pastime? That man chanting Ram Ram? The Navadvip pastime or? Oh, it's